Welcome to the WION podcast, where we explore fascinating stories and ideas from various fields. In this episode, we explore what India's skies might look like if the nation were to fly a fleet of F-35 fighters, as we examine how stealth power projection and geopolitical realities collide to shape one of the most consequential defense decisions of the decade. First, understand what operating the F-35 really offers. If India were to operate F-35 Lightning IIs, it would mark a major upgrade in stealth and sensor capability. The jet is a fifth-generation multi-role fighter with low observable design, integrated sensor fusion, advanced avionics, and networked warfare features. This would significantly enhance India's ability to operate in contested airspace and to collaborate in joint missions with other advanced air forces. Such a move would signal India entering a higher tier of air combat capability. Equipping the Indian Air Force with the jets would boost not just air defense and local operations, but also India's ability to project power. In an Indo-Pacific context, where adversarial air defense networks are expanding, a stealth platform operating far beyond border zones offers new deterrence options. It could also enhance interoperability with partner nations and raise India's stature in regional security architecture. But there are significant practical challenges. For one, procurement of the jets is extremely costly, both in acquisition and in lifetime sustainment. Moreover, India already uses Russian, French, and indigenous systems. Integrating an American fifth-gen platform adds complexity in logistics, supply chains, and interoperability. Reports note that India has not held formal talks with the US to procure F-35s. One of the thornier issues is how an F-35 buy would impact India's indigenous fighter development programs, such as the HAL Tejas Mk2 and the future Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. Investing in imported high-end jets might divert resources or shift focus away from domestic design to manufacture. Some analysts argue that acquiring the jets only if accompanied by strong technology transfer could accelerate India's own stealth efforts. There are geopolitical risks tied to buying American stealth aircraft. The US places strict export restrictions on high-end systems. Partner nations often must agree to frameworks that limit operational autonomy and require long-term commitments. In India's case, its ongoing use of Russian air defense systems creates potential friction, since US policy previously penalized other nations for mixing Russian and American systems. India's security environment spans high-altitude mountain fronts, maritime theaters, and dense border regions. While the jet offers advanced features, its suitability for high-altitude terrains, large payloads for long loiter times, and the logistics required for remote bases are issues to consider. India must ask, does the aircraft provide the best solution relative to cost and fit for all these domains, or would other platforms be more optimal? Procurement of the jets would be a major line item in India's defense budget. Given other pressing needs, the decision would involve trade-offs. The cost not only covers acquisition, but also infrastructure, training, simulation, spares, maintenance over decades. Any decision would require careful budgeting and prioritization. If structured with strong Make in India components, an F-35 acquisition could bring local production opportunities, technological spillovers, and industrial base development. However, any such deal would likely involve conditions and technology restrictions. Whether India could negotiate an arrangement that sufficiently supports domestic industry is a key question. Even if India decided to buy the jets today, actual operational deployment would likely take years for training pilots, building infrastructure, importing spares, and integrating into existing force structures. By contrast, continuing to invest in indigenous platforms or acquiring slightly older but proven aircraft might yield earlier force enhancement. The time advantage of alternatives is an important factor. Finally, selecting the aircraft would send a strong strategic signal to adversaries that India is upgrading significantly, and to allied air forces that India can operate high-end platforms and integrate into alliance frameworks. It would enhance India's diplomatic and military standing, but also commit it to long-term relationships and dependencies. Thanks for tuning into this incredible story. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more captivating stories to come. Stay tuned.